Hey, I don't know about you, but I personally can't get enough of Nathan Fielder's The Rehearsal. In today's video, I'm going to make an automatic Nathan Fielder video edit generator. It's going to search the web for the latest Nathan Fielder episode and see what people are saying about it. It's going to use generative AI in order to make a interesting topic or discussion to have around the video, and then automatically search the web, find video clips, and stitch them together, and spit out a whole new video edit. Um, Not very useful, but you could imagine having a whole entire social network filled with just Nathan Fielder videos. So let's jump in. Let's see how agentic workflows can be used and build something that is kind of funny and interesting. Cool. We're continuing from last week's work, right? We built an agent to first search the web, find videos related to the rehearsal and Nathan Fielder, and then generate a list of videos for a video editing agent that's going to autonomously analyze and build and edit out of those videos. This week, we take it one step further. We're going to actually search the web for what the latest episode is about, find online conversations about that new episode, and generate a list of potential topics to discuss in a video. We're then going to create a video jungle asset generator. Now, this is going to be a base prompt that takes in a topic, right? A clip topic, and also an episode topic. So we want to know what the episode's about and what kind of an analysis topic that people have from discussions. And so that is going to get created on demand and generate a voiceover. So it's going to be like a .mp3 of a generated voice talking about the episode. We're then going to add it to a Video Jungle projects list of assets, and then create on the other end with our video editing agent a video edit with a voiceover. Again, way easier if we just kind of jump into the code. But one thing I want to call out before we do is that we have an LLM with instructor here. And so what that means is that we're going to actually use a direct call with Anthropic's API rather than an agent to find these topics. And we're going to have Anthropic return us a Python object, just like we did with the search agent, using Pydantic and instructor. And so we're going to actually get a Python object back out of this. So let's run over to the code, walk through it as we run through this code, since it's quite a bit that needs to happen. And again, all this code is up on GitHub. So I'm going to do a UV run voice overlay, and we're going to start doing some work. While we do that, let's look through the code and kind of understand what's happening here. The two things I want to call out is that I'm, again, using Anthropic model, but I've also added this Gemini model. So I'm going to use a cheaper model and a more expensive, better model in my agent workflows. I'm going to try to find the right balance between cost and performance here, right? Whenever I can use a cheaper model, let's do it in our agent workflow. Let's keep the costs down more generally. The other thing is I mentioned instructor, right? That's how we import instructor, and we're going to use Anthropic over here. The next thing I want to call out is that, again, we initialize our MCP server. I've bumped up the version for the video editing MCP server, and I've created a new thing called clip parameters. And so we're telling Anthropic that we want to get clip topics, a list of clip topics, and then a latest episode topic. And so we go down and we can see the way that we initialize instructor is with this from Anthropic client, and then we give a prompt, and then we set our response model here, right? That clip parameters we just set. And so in this case, we're going to give Anthropic access to a tool that actually already lives in Anthropic servers, and that is Web Search 2025-0305. That is going to allow the Anthropic model to autonomously decide to call a web search to the internet and get results returned. This response model is going to let us tell instructor to wrap whatever comes in into a Pydantic model. So we immediately have this response.latest episode topic and a list of clip topics that we can actually look at. So if we scroll back up over here, ignore this error that has nothing to do with anything. And we scroll back up, and we can see everything, right? Latest episode topic. Nathan Fielder's social experiment forum. Delve deeper into questions about nature of reality, performance, human connection. Rehearsals within rehearsals. Okay. Performance art. Got it. And so we have a bunch of clip topics that Claude has automatically generated for us. Ethics of manipulating people for entertainment and reality TV, blurred boundaries between art and exploitation, psychological impact of participants who don't understand the experiment. And you can see these are like really pretty great ideas. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a asset generator on Video Jungle. And so the three options that are available here are prompt to speech, right? Create a voiceover to accompany a video edit. And so if we look over in the code, we scroll down, we create this prompt, right? You are the rehearsal episode analyzer diving deep into a meta idea to discuss. Let's actually put this. Aim for 30-second long read script concept that is funny and insightful. You should make the viewer reflect on the themes of the show. Pretty straightforward, right? And so we create these parameters with this asset generator, a clip topic and a latest episode topic, which you already defined, right? And so now we can create a project, attach that script, and we can then generate. And so this is going to randomly pick one of these topics. And so if we wanted to in Python, we could actually do instead of a random choice, the edit's already done, but we'll keep reading through here. Instead of a random choice, we could do a user prompted thing, right? We could go in this terminal, we could ask the user, hey, which of these generated ideas do you like best? And prompt it back out. But instead, we're just picking a random choice and going for it. And so Video Jungle is going to generate an audio asset that can then be used in a video edit. So far, so good, hopefully. The next thing that we're going to do, if I scroll down and see where we're at, I think we should have finished, actually. If I hit spacebar over here. Yep, okay. So the next thing we're going to do is define our models, right? We have cheap model, which is going to be Gemini 2.5 Flash, which is that 15 cents model. And then we're going to use Claude Sonnet 4 as our good model, right? And so when we want to edit, it's we want a very intelligent, very thoughtful model creating our video edit. And so we're going to use the Anthropic model. I've got an instruction for how it should behave, what it should do for this edit. I'm actually going to pull this out really quick. And I'm going to... So we can see that we've already got this edit. And if I scroll down, we can see that there's this audio track that goes with it, right? And it seems like the audio track is a little bit off. We can fix that in a second. But for now, I'm going to click Render Video. And I don't know what the audio was. I haven't checked yet, but let's just start that rendering process. Okay, so going back, we have a video editor, and then we have a expert video sourcer. And for that, I don't really care. Like, let's give a cheap model access and use cheap model tokens for that. Again, we're doing a thing where if our project already exists, let's just continue it. I talked before about managing costs when you're running your agents. Having this sort of thing where you can attach to your program from a place where you already know you've already downloaded and analyzed assets can really help you save on costs. Okay, it looks like our project already rendered. So here we can see all of this stuff, our entire video edit. You can see that we have audio levels of 0 for our video assets, and that we have our audio overlay, and it's 42.76. We're going to do that search and render audio function that we just saw, right? It's going to create a project. We can play through and generate an audio asset ID. We're then going to get the project details and use that to first search, download all of those Nathan Fielder found videos using our video search agent, followed by downloading and analyzing them, uploading them to Video Jungle. And so when we do this upload, Video Jungle is actually going to analyze and break down scene by scene what's in the video, and then store that analysis for retrieval later on. So the final bit is we're grabbing the asset length. How long is that asset that we created? And we grab the duration in seconds, and then we create a prompt, right? Can use the video assets in the project, pass in the project ID, create an edit, use the audio asset with ID as the voiceover for the edit, start time of 0 and end time of asset length seconds. The one thing that I've added here, be sure to set all video assets audio level to 3 so the voiceover is the only audio in the edit. Now you could adjust this. You could have like low level audio in the background, whatever you want. And then just a reminder, you must use the audio asset in the project. And you can update the edit if you need to. So this is quite a bit, right? Like this is a lot. And I want to do one final magic trick. So I mentioned before, I have an MCP server. It's what powers this, right? If we scroll back up, we have this Video Jungle Editor MCP project. But now, if I wanted to, I can grab this, right? I have resultant project is, and so now I can go over to Claude, and I can say, using my MCP server in Claude. So let's try to run this. One of the caveats here is that DaVinci Resolve has to be open. It's going to wow, perfect timing. It won't be that fast for you probably. And yeah, there it is. So I have my entire video project loaded in. I believe that I should have all the voiceovers in here too, and everything should be put together. Amazing. All right, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, stay tuned for more. And yeah, I'm going to be opening up Video Jungle to a select group of beta users sometime next week. And yeah, I'll also be up in New York for a OpenAI hackathon. If you're interested in meeting up, let's do it. Thank you.